out there in the YouTube world. In this video, I'm going to be going through 3 tarot cards. All 3 of these cards I feel are very relevant to learning tarot and their meanings. So, yeah, this video is all about learning tarot. So, we'll start with the world. And as we can see, there is the 4 zodiacs. Or in the Bible, it talks about Ezekiel's wheel having the head of an eagle, a man, a lion, and a bull. And you're in the middle of this world, and this card represents, like, if you got this card in a reading, like, it's a great thing. It means you have, like, the world at your fingertips, literally. Like, and it can also mean that, like, there's a lot going on. It can also mean a lot of busy stuff. Like, it kind of depends on the other cards. If you were actually doing a reading for someone, the other cards that are involved, like, don't just do 1 card readings. Like, that's not so accurate. Like, I mean, it's okay if you want to, but at least draw 3 or 4 cards, maybe 5, like, per question, like, to give a more in-depth reading. But yeah, to learn tarot, you really have to understand that a lot of this has symbology, and you don't have to just memorize. Like, I do have books on, like, what each card actually represents, but, like, it's very obvious in the imagery, so you don't really need to worry, and you don't need to be all left-brained about it. Be right-brained, because that's what if you want to learn tarot, you have to be intuitive and use your imagery side of your brain. So not be all hypercritical, and be in a loving, compassionate mode. The second card I want to show you is the High Priestess, because in order to do astrology or tarot, that's fine, is you have to be centered. And the High Priestess, as you can see, she has the dark pillar and the white pillar, and she's centered. She's right in the middle of it all. And you can even tell there's, like, fruits behind her, and they actually make up, if you can look it up, I think it actually says tarot or something, or Toro, or the Torah, but that heavily links to the Kabbalah tree of life, which is very relevant for all of this, because you have to let your ego go if you're going to be doing any of this. Like, if you want to answer someone's questions, you can't be worrying about what's on your mind at the time. You just have to, like, be very centered. And by that I mean, like, don't have any external thoughts coming into you. Just be at a centered state. And then in this I have the Wheel of Fortune, which again shows the 4 zodiacs, the fixed zodiacs, which it talks about in the Bible, Ezekiel's wheel. Scorpio can be an eagle, so that totally doesn't refute anything, because the odds of even just these 3 being correct, and the eagle in mythology does link to Scorpio. People that don't know that, that's because you haven't done your homework. I've done my homework. That's what this video is about. I'm trying to help you. So, yeah. You gotta be centered. And if you ever have the Wheel of Fortune, know that, like, you have luck on your chance. Because, like, it's the Wheel of Fortune. Like, it's good. Like, if you had that with a bad card in a reading, though, like, it could mean, because the Wheel of Fortune can often mean changes of circumstances, or, like, changes. Like, but usually for the better, or for the betterment of, like, humanity. Not necessarily your ego situation, but usually for the betterment of everybody. And so, yeah, I just wanted to share these 3 cards with you. This can be a little bit of a tarot lesson. It's not a tarot reading because I didn't draw these cards at random. I picked them, but for good reasoning, because I want you to understand that you need to understand astrology, because both these cards really signify astrology with the fixed zodiac points. And then with the High Priestess, you have to be centered in the Kabbalah tree of life, because if you're all negative or you're all positive, you're not going to give someone an accurate reading, because, yeah, truth can be either or. And if you're in a positive state, you're not going to want to see those negative things, and vice versa. That's why you gotta be centered and honest. Like, yeah, I hope this video was helpful, and if it was, like it, share it, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye.